All right, this video is for section 1-6. It's a review video, pages 49 and 50, problems 1 through 6. So here we go. All right, Martine's Town is building a volleyball court based on a scale drawing that is 40 centimeters by 80 centimeters and uses a scale 1 centimeter is 22.5 centimeters. So first we're going to write an equation for the proportional relationship between the drawing's court length x in centimeters and the actual court length y in centimeters. And we're going to enter that equation in the box. So again, since it pretty much gives you that, of course, y is my output, x is my input, we're looking for that k value because these all come back around. And it tells us that since we use 1 here, 22.5 divided by 1 because y and here's x. So that pretty much tells me what it is. And you can use a hint button. This is pretty much what I just read you. Y equals kx. These all come back around. So y equals 22.5x. So basically whatever I multiply, whatever number I want to come up with, I'm going to multiply it by 22.5. And that's going to give me my actual length. And we know our actual lengths. We know our scale drawing length, not our actual length, because 40 by 80 centimeters. You wouldn't have a volleyball court that's 40 centimeters by 80 centimeters. I remember we used that example in class with the ants, right? Okay, so that's part 1. I'm going to check that. Likes it. Now, what are the actual lengths? So again, I'm going to take my sides and I'm going to multiply them by 22.5. So 22.5 times 80 and 22.5 times 40. Okay, so 22.5 times 80 is 1800 centimeters and 22.5 times 40 is 900 centimeters. And they're nice. They convert centimeters to meters for you here. Okay, which is what they want you to do as well in your book. So converting centimeters to meters, you're just dividing by 100 or moving your decimal 2 places to the left. So 1, 2, which gives me 18, or 1, 2, which gives me 9. Okay, that was problem number 1. Oh, sorry, got a part C. I apologize. So now I want to write the ratio of the area. Okay, so now write the ratio of the area of the actual court of the scale drawing. All right, so here we go. Now, if you recall how we find the area is we're just going to take the length and we're going to multiply it times the width. So, of course, we have 18 and 9. So let's see, 18 and 9. Hopefully my calculator will show up on your screen. 18 times 9. And, of course, that's going to give me 162. So 162 square meters. But then, of course, I want to find the one in centimeters as well. So I'm going to take the 80 centimeters I had before and the 40 centimeters I had before because I'm taking the scale drawing. So I'm going to go 80 times 40, and that's going to be 3,200 centimeters, 3,200. And if you want to look at the hint, I could have shown you the hint as well. And I check it, 162, 3,200. And we're done with problem number 1. Moving on. Problem number 2 says due to the students in Roberto School are painting a mural that will be 8 feet by 15 feet. But first they want to make a scale drawing where 2 feet is 5 feet. So again, I get this 2 feet is 5 feet, and I keep saying is, and that's what that colon means. So that's like saying 2 divided by 5, or 2. I'm sorry, I apologize. Let me say that 2 feet is 5 feet. So that's like saying 5 divided by 2. That's like saying 5 divided by 2. Say that one more time. That's like saying 5 divided by 2. All right, what's 5 divided by 2? Yeah, 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. So guess what's going to go in this? Guess what's going to go on your first line? Y equals 2.5x. Yep. Use this scale. The units are the same. You don't need to convert. 2.5x. So whenever I have this, second one divided by the first one gives you that rule. It always works. Always works. 2.5. So now I have my. Now, what are the length and width of the scale drawing? Okay. So let's find that out. All right. So it says that the mural is going to be 8 feet by 15 feet, right? So now I've got a length of 15 feet and a width of 8 feet, right? So I've got to do something here. I've got to find those scale drawings, right? So recall my length is 15. So basically I'm taking 15 and I'm dividing by 2.5. Now we did this in class. So this is like saying y equals 2.5x for both of these, but essentially we know x. All right, essentially we need to find x because we know y already. Essentially we know y in this case is 15 for my length and 8 for my width. So we're going to take y and we're going to go 15 divided by 2.5 for the first one. And for width, we're going to go 8 divided by 2.5. Now, this is the case where I'm dividing both sides. I know that's a decimal right there. Sorry. It should be 2.8 divided by 2.5. So try it. See what you get. 15 divided by 2.5. I get 6. 6 is my length. 8 divided by 2.5. 3.2. So my two answers are 6 and 3.2. I showed you the math there. Okay. All right. Now, part C says, which of the following scales could be used to make a scale drawing of a mural that will fit on a piece of graph paper? I want to fit this on some graph paper. This is kind of an open-ended question. Doesn't really matter. I mean, I know. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the next question. Number 3, I need to clear my screen, otherwise it's going to continue to show up. Here we go. All right. A map has a scale of 1 inch is 10 miles. All right, 1 inch is 10 miles. Find the distance on the map between two cities that lie 147 miles apart. So let's see, 10 miles is 1 inch. I want to go 147 miles, right? So let's see, if 1 inch is 10 miles, right? Isn't it 14.7? I remember we were doing these conversions in the last section. 147 and 1 inch is 10 miles. Now I'll just bring my pen up here, but don't miles and miles cancel out? Let me make sure I put the right one up here. I'll make sure I select the right one. I'm trying to find inches, right? Miles and miles cancel out because your answer is going to be 147 inches. Miles and miles cancel out. All right. And this one says 147 inches. And this one says, I like how this is weird here. This has an M here. I know these answers look exactly the same. This one is it is 100. It is 14.7, and I know sometimes these programs mess up. I wonder which one. I'm going to select this one and see, but it is 14.7 inches. So let's see if that works. Yeah, it was this one. It's just that M threw me off there. And this one had MI and this one had MI. They probably should have written MI there. Okay, 14.7 is your correct answer. Okay, because you're taking 147, you're dividing by 10. Moves the decimal one place to the left. All right, number 4. All right, let me clear my screen. There we go. All right. Now, let's see. Ricardo draws a scale model of the floor of his house. All right. His house is 60 feet long and 40 feet wide. He uses a scale 1 inch is 4 feet to draw his model. What are all the statements that are true? So let's see. 1 divided by 4 can find the length of his scale model. Well, yeah, 1 divided by 4, and he's going to multiply by 60 to find his length. Yeah. Let's see. The width of the scale model is 10 inches. Well, yeah, because if it's 40, 40 divided by 4 is 10. That has to be true. The length is 240. Nope, that can't be true. The scale 1 inch represents 4 feet. Yeah, 1 inch is 4 feet. Yep. And the width, 4 multiplied by 40 can find the width. No, that's not going to give it to me either. There's my 3 correct answers. Okay. These might be in a different order in your book than what they show up here, but those essentially are my 3 answers. All right, let's take a look at number 5. All right, a scale drawing of an elephant shows the animal has 6 inches high and 10.8 inches long. The scale used for the drawing was 3 inches, is 5 feet. What are the height and length of the actual elephant? All right, so let's see. 6 inches high and 10.8 inches long. That's the little figure we have, okay? Because an elephant's not really 6 inches high and 10.8 inches long. But every 3 inches is 5 feet. Well, you know this one because if it's 6 inches, 3 inches is 5 feet. So if it's 6 inches high and 3 inches is 5 feet, that's twice as big, right? So it's not 5 feet, it's going to be 10 feet. How did I do that? I just multiplied times 2, right? I just multiplied times 2. This one's a little bit more difficult, right? I need to basically pare it down a little bit, right? I need to bring it down. Okay. I need to cancel some things out, okay? And I need to pay attention to the units. All right. So I pretty much need to find out what 1 inch is. Okay. So if 3 inches is 5 feet, I basically need to find out what 1 inch is going to give me. So you remember on one of those previous problems that I told you to divide the second number by the first number? That's essentially what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to take 5 feet and I'm going to divide it by 3 inches. And that's going to give me my unit rate. Okay. So that's basically going to tell me what 1 foot, how many inches that's going to equal in my scale drawing. So I'm going to go 5 divided by 3. And when I get that, I'm going to get 1.67. Now you have to hold on to that on your calculator. So I've got that 1.67. So now I'm going to take 1.67 and I'm going to multiply times 10.8. Okay. And hopefully it comes out pretty close to the accurate amount. 10.8 times 1.67. And you get 18.036, but your answer is going to be 18. Your answer is going to be 18. Had I not rounded to 1.67, had I just left the full number in there, you would have gotten 18. Let me show you. 5 divided by 3 times 10.8. Ah, there it is. So 18. And my answer is 18. Here we go. Not 418, 18. Check it. There we go. All right, we got one more problem to go. And here we go. All right, number 6. Let me clear my screen out. All right, once again, town planners are planning a 500-foot by 700-foot parking lot, and they make a scale drawing that is 90 inches by 126 inches. What is the scale of inches in the drawing to inches in the actual object? So we got to determine what is that actual scale that they're creating. All right, this one you have to do a little bit of conversion in here. Sorry, I have the. It says watch out for a change of units from the given information. Okay, and here's that change of information. It goes from feet to inches. You've got to convert these two to feet right away. So I need to go 90 divided by 12 right away. So let's see, what's 90 divided by 12? 90 divided by 12. That's 7.5. So right away, that tells me I'm dealing with 500 actual and 7.5 in scale. So 7.5 feet in actual. I'm sorry, let me say that again. 7.5 feet in scale and 500 in actual. So really what I'm doing with this fraction, I really have the fraction 7.5 over 500, and I need to reduce my fraction and find out which one of these would be it. Well, I'm not going to have a fraction with a decimal on top, so really I'm going to change my fraction to 75 over 5,000. So what I did is I multiplied both of these by 10. Now, which one of these is going to be 75? Which one of these basically is 75 over 5,000? And I need to find which one. What's the biggest number they're both divisible by? And the answer is actually 25. I'm going to divide both of these by 25. 75 divided by 25 is 3. And 5,000 divided by 25 is 200. There's my answer right there. So essentially I took 90 and I divided by 12. That gave me 7.5. And that's how I got to this whole answer. So what's my answer? 3 to 200. Check it. I got it. All right. I hope this was helpful for you.